Alright, so everybody's asked me how I've done the back of Jeep and Bus. So I figure I'll walk everybody a quick walk around so they can kind of see. We'll start at the very edge. Um, what we did was initially this seam, which is all kind of sealed up right now. We started in the middle of two of these little lines, and I just straight cut it right in half. Here at the front, and then all the way at the back, just so I can cut all the excess crap out. And then we went through and we did all the rivets off of it, all the way inside and outside, so it was peel off. And then on the roof, I actually left about a foot, and I did a big triangle on the top, so it overlaps. So that piece of roof overlaps the back of the roof, kind of that way water runs off the back. I still have the runners to put around here that used to be on the back. I'm going to put those back around, and then I have some sealing tape, not sealing, but sealant, some black tar tape with metal back that I'm going to go all the way up and over the bus with, just as an extra layer of sealing it, just because I don't want to take a chance of anything leaking. And then, so actually screwed the whole back right up. There's the AC mounted in there. Did great this time with the new brace across the bottom there. That new brace did great. All the rear lights still work. I hooked all of them back up just so I have more lights. And basically we just swedged it in there, and it was a little bit of pain because there's a bunch of sealer up there at the top that we had to kind of heat up and then reseal it after it was all done. But pretty much is waterproof. And then down here it's all bolted in along the two ribs. If you've had your bus apart, there's every one of these seams, there's a 1x1 that goes up and over the whole bus. We actually butted two of those up here together, back to back, and then bolted about 6 places on each side. The back has got L bracketed on the inside, sealed, and ran all the way across to hold that. We actually had to play with the angle of each side, that way the door closes and opens still, which it does even with the Jeep on there, just not very far. This is currently only temporary until I get my new Onan generator mounted. I just put my generator there for the time being. Now my wheel wells are junk. I parked on them thinking, oh, they'll only crush a little bit like Linden's did. Well, I didn't realize I had some rust right here, which caused it to go a little bit more. So I'm actually building new wheel wells from this seam here to this seam right here. I'm going to build a new wheel well that's kind of going to go up and then drop down a little bit and then be flat. That way drive the Jeep up in it and it'll kind of fall down, and that should help hold it. I just have to make sure it's low enough that it fits underneath the air conditioner with the Stinger. This is the strange part that everybody asks me about, how I strap. My ramps, which are not where they're going to go permanently for now, they just kind of sit here strapped in. I just run in the middle. But the big thing is this plate. It's a 5/8. Very thick. I don't know, it's either 3/8 or 5/8. I can't remember now. It's a very thick plate that I had bought, and then it's actually, and you can't see it real well, but it is got 2 bolts on each side, so 4 bolts total, bolting it through the plate, through the bus floor, into the frame. It's bolted to the frame, and then all the way around is welded all the way around. And then I've got the 20,000 pound hooks, multi-pass welded. They're not moving into there. So what I do is I do it opposite of what you would normally do. My front tires get pulled back tires pull front. So normally you'd pull the front forward, back backwards. It's just easier. And the reason why I like it like this is I can stand out here on the side of the bus, and I don't have to climb up here to strap anything. I can reach, me, the wife, or whoever can reach the straps to hook them up. I use through the tire straps just because it can't roll, can't move at all, and those straps work very well. Everybody asked me about the ramps. Those are the ramps. I do believe that they are 14-foot aluminum ramps. They will actually eventually be going into the bottom where that tail light is. I'm going to cut that out and build racks for them to go up the middle, all the way up to the tires. They'll probably hang out a couple inches, even up to a foot, just depending how far. I do have a Class 5 receiver hitch on it. That's how well you can see that. I can haul a second Jeep behind it, which a lot of people have seen. The step for getting on the back, which surprisingly works well, even for a fat guy. Currently, my back lights are I've got 2 of these, one on each side. LEDs. I've got 2 more for each side I'm going to add in just so I've got more lights, and probably a light bar that I'm going to add just for a little when I'm backing up. So on this side, same thing. I've got this step getting up here. It is a long ways up, so I've got this little flip down step. It's off an AT&T truck that was at the junkyard. Works great. It's bolted to the side. It flips up. When not in use, it'll ride anywhere on the bed. It will not fall down unless you lift it up. So, and I haven't had it lifted up yet. Again, this side, the straps are the same way. Bolt between each one through the bed into the frame, so it's not going to move. This wheel will held up a lot better than the other one, but I decided since that one's so crushed that I'm just going to replace both the wheel wells, and the center section is actually going to be, there's going to be a fuel cell right in the middle for the Onan generator, so I'll be able to do that up. And like I said, the door works. It's latched from the inside. Again, the seam here, well, this is the big important part. We took our time, and after we cut the initial cut, we took our time taking all the rivets out from the inside of this seam. And you can kind of see here where these 2 body seams actually lined up perfectly with the rivets and whatnot. And we just went down, just kind of all the way down and around. It holds pretty well. I've had really 0 issue with the back door. We don't use it very much because that's where the back of the bed's at now. But then, yeah, there it is. We do have a ton of work still to do. The Onan's going to be mounted right here. There's actually a heater for the antifreeze that we're going to take out because we don't need it, and the Onan's going to mount there. And then a storage box is actually going to be, I haven't decided on this side or the other side yet. And still have that, still everything works. I haven't taken it off. And then of course my front bumper, which doubles as a table, a bed, or a chair, whatever you feel like. Can't use it for a bed while you're driving though, unfortunately. Alright, anybody else has questions about anything I've done on the bus, just let me know. Thanks, see you next time.